What's going on, guys? 21 Maxwell here, and this is episode 42 of the TNA TW series. We are bringing you this episode of Impact Wrestling live from the Tulsa Convention Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the Mid-South region, as we continue to try and get popularity up in the kind of other regions that isn't quite the tri-state area, just so we can get to national a little bit quicker. We're visiting these areas that we really haven't been to in this save so far, just to get our popularity. And I say the quicker we get to national, the better. And then we can get the company growing, and who knows how good this show could become. So it's a 12 segment show as we're trying to get the final build to Slammiversary, which is happening this Sunday. So these feuds will kind of culminate in what kind of matches we're going to have, and then hopefully after this pay-per-view coming up, a couple of fresh feuds, some fresh product, and then hopefully we can continue to grow. So let's kick on with the show. Let's get this booking done. We start off, CM Punk comes out to the ring and challenges his friend Samoa Joe to a match. Samoa Joe appears and accepts the challenge. It's basically what I'm kind of going with here. As Punk comes out, he says, "Me and Joe have been friends for a while. I want to see how good you've gotten, Joe. So I want to fight you in a match." So an 84 B+, again utilising Punk and all these feuds and see who he meshes with, get good ratings and stuff like that is what we're aiming for here. So he's going to face Joe in the main event. Samoa Joe underperformed, but that's a good opener to the show. It's already booked in. Then the next thing, Adam Cole was in the row, and he dedicates his next match to Samoa Joe, because obviously it's going to be Joe and Cole at the pay-per-view for the titles. He says, "Samoa Joe, watch this. I'm going to show you how it's done." And I guess an 84 B+. And about the feature, great action and average heat, Adam Cole defeats Eddie Edwards in 14:36 by pinfall with a Florida key, following interference from Davey Richards. I guess a 72 B-. So obviously we're going to go with the rules against each other. Davey Richards is going to cost Eddie Edwards a match, and I get a damn good rating. I'm quite happy with that. If we just get the inconsistency and the holding back sorted, then we would be good, and that would lower the crowd. I was going to say it would lower the crowd's mood. I think anything would lower the crowd's mood after seeing CM Punk. In the ring, Kenny King is a celebration ceremony to commemorate his recent success. Obviously, he won the X Division Championship last week. He gets a 57 C- for that. Obviously, Kazarian leaving the company. Kenny King gets the title again, and he's going to celebrate that. So don't book anything there. In a match that had some good action and average heat, Hawkins and Ryder defeated Team 3D in 9:44 when Billy Ray was disqualified when EC3 ran in and attacked Hawkins. So that's extending the EC3 against Hawkins and Ryder feud. They're going to square off at the pay-per-view. We have yet to find a partner for EC3, but when we do, he'll be facing Hawkins and Ryder. And obviously Team 3D's got this match against the Hardy Boys at the pay-per-view. A 70 C B rating, so that's really good. That's the highest rating I've had in a while for Team 3D, sorry. So I'm happy with that. EC3's changed to a loyalist gimmick, and I got an initial 86 rating, but both teams, good chemistry. Any worker improvements, Billy Ray improved his performance skills, so I'm more than happy with that. Then DDP is shown in his office, in the middle of a phone call. He continues talking for a couple of moments before suspiciously terminating the call as soon as Beth enters the room to discuss a different matter. It's a 68 C+ rating. Basically with Beth Phoenix, we're at a stage where Beth has kind of beat through all the competition in TNA, and could DDP be looking to bring in some new talent? Is that who was on the phone to? I guess we'll just need to wait and see what happens at Slammiversary with regarding Beth Phoenix and the title. In a match that had some good action and average heat, the Hardys defeat the Model Citizens in 9:20 when Jeff Roode defeated Drew Galloway by a pinfall with an extreme combination. Good chemistry from the Hardys, a 70 C+ match. Worker improvements as Jeff Rode's performance skills. The former champions facing the Hardys just to give the Hardys that extra bit of momentum as we get into this pay-per-view. And hopefully the 6,466 people in the Tulsa Convention Center enjoyed the match up there. Enjoyed the Hardys winning. DDP and Davey Richards came out for an interview challenging Eddie Richards to the pay-per-view, so DDP is going to be the manager of Davey Richards to try and get him some momentum. They only get a 61 C and it says Davey Richards performed poorly, so that's got a worry at the moment. And then about the feature, great action and a good crowd, Austin Aries and Bobby Lashley defeated Chris Hero and Magnus in 1902 when Bobby Lashley defeated Magnus by a pinfall with a spear. A 77 B match from the four men in the main event at Slammiversary for the title. Is the fact that Bobby Lashley pinning the champion, is that a sign? Is that what's going to happen at the pay-per-view? Is Lashley finally going to become champion again? Who knows? Both storylines have advanced with this, and Chris Hero's improving his performance skills. Only negatives are all for holding back and done to cold crowds, but I'm happy with that. Match Striker is in backstage with CM Punk talking about his upcoming match against Samoa Joe. I'm always going to fit Punk promos in, I'm always going to get a good rating, so anything to get the rating up, we're for it. A 74 B-. Good to see Match Striker actually hanging with Punk in this interview, instead of being negative, obviously being underperforming and stuff like that. And then your main event, and about it featured great action and a good crowd. CM Punk and defeated Samoa Joe in 15:30 by pinfall with a GTS. The 75 B- continues his great run of good matches. CM Punk and Joe have got chemistry, so could that be a feud down the line? We'll need to wait and see. Performance of CM Punk stood out to be good, and in worker performances, improvements, technical skills and performance for Samoa Joe and CM Punk in Rumble and performance. So overall, that was awesome, man. Really happy with how that turned out. Obviously the segment was penalised for the odd face heel combination. It was just two faces against each other. I just wanted them to kind of, have a wee friendly handshake match, And then to end the show, CM Punk is heading back down the aisle after his match. As he reaches the stage, he gets attacked by Bobby Roode, who came out of nowhere. Bobby Roode proceeds to powerbomb CM Punk right into the stage itself, which cracks and sends CM Punk through the hole. As Bobby Roode looks on smiling, CM Punk is stretched out with a neck brace on. Bobby Roode underperformed, CM Punk looked good. The crowd were lifted by the segment, and an 88B+ is good. It basically means Punk's going to get into this match with a wee bit of an injury, and it'll make Roode look like he's got a strong chance of defeating him. And Bobby Roode improves at acting, so I'm really happy with how that's finished, and hopefully we get another classic between these two at Slammiversary. So that finishes off the show. Another 79B, another outstanding show. We are on a great run of momentum at the moment. Ever since we brought Punk in, this company is going up and up, and it increased our popularity in 17 regions again. That's brilliant, man. I'm delighted at that. It just shows you one big signing is enough just to turn this company. And we're in talks to a couple of more big name signings in, just to keep the angles up and stuff like that, and to continually get us good ratings. So it might cost us a bit of money, it might go into a bit of debt, but long term this company hopefully can keep improving. It seems they really struck gold with this show, so that's 2 shows in a row that's come up now for impacts, and hopefully we continue it on for the pay-per-view. Let's check the email. Colby Carino, well, I don't think he's going to get a push because he's really average. That's Steve Carino's son. Kazarian, as you know, has left. And holy fuck, we went from a 4.62 to a 5.42. That is a fucking ratings hike. That is, wow. We are improving, and that could get even better next week after the pay-per-view. Right, so I click backstage here. The schedule, I can go to schedule. There's obviously the pay-per-views next, and then it's a 6-week break to build for Hardcore Justice, and then I'll put August pay-per-view yet to be decided what it's called, but things are looking good. I'm confident. Momentum's up to 78, so that's really improving, that's good. And the size now, Southeast at 64, another 60, a couple of 59s, yep, we're really starting to improve. And still no trends, so it's looking good. So hopefully we have an awesome pay-per-view, and hopefully National is maybe only, we can get it for Bound for Glory, hopefully. So thanks for tuning in to this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're looking forward to the pay-per-view, and until then, I'll see you later on. Bye bye.